Okay, so in the last video I told you about how I went to Sautter Cigars and did a day's cigar training with them, but what I didn't show you is what I came away with. I have a little Sautter notepad, so just like a little notepad to, I guess that I was supposed to make notes, but I didn't. I got my certificate, which is there, Thomas Ford, which, should I have that framed? I don't know. Certificate hereby honours and recognises the completion of the Sautter Cigar Training Beginners course by the above named participants. So, nice touch. Cultivating and Tradition of Perfection. So this is obviously a official Habanos book, which has all, this is kind of basically an overview of what the course was about. Everything from growing tobacco, planting tobacco, and up to cigar sizes, box making, everything. Everything's in that little book. Guide to Habanos sizes, which he has a good chart and fold out and technical. A ring gauge guide, which is pretty handy if you care about that stuff. And then little guillotine cutter, which are always handy. I'll probably leave that one in my truck, so I got one in there. And a little Sautter single jet lighter, which is also very handy, which I should probably leave in my truck as well, so if I want to have a smoke. And then the cigars. There was supposed to be a Sancho Panza and a H. Upmann Magnum in here, but apparently they ran out, so I didn't get that. But a Romeo and Juliet Short Churchill. This is a great cigar. They're a winner. A real light cigar, good for beginners. So I was pretty happy with that. I did get an El Rey de Mundo, which I've already smoked. Sorry. Quai d'Orsay, I don't know how you say that. I think that's how you say it. I've never smoked one of these before. Obviously a smaller ring gauge cigar, that is, for me. So, not tried one of these. I know they're supposed to be pretty smooth and easy, so that'll be interesting. A little H. Upmann. I don't know what it is. It's a H. Upmann. Not tried one of these ones before. It's certainly not with that band on it. And a little Trinidad as well. I forget the name of this particular type of Trinidad, but I smoked a couple of Trinidads before, not this shape or Vitola before. I love the little pigtail on the cap there, so that should be nice. So, not bad. I also picked up on a friend of mine's recommendation a bottle of Highland Park 12, which is apparently a good beginner's single malt. So I had a bit last night, so I'm gonna have a little bit now while we're doing this video, because I'm trying to learn whiskies. I'm trying to get better at whiskey, so that's been good so far. It's good. Fruity. It's quite fruity. I'm not sure what peaty is yet. I know people talk about peaty, but this is supposed to be quite peaty, but I don't know what I'm looking for. So I also wanted to show you guys this. So a good friend of mine, shout out to Nick Jones, drummer for Polar. If you're into heavy music, heavy metal and hardcore and that kind of stuff, he is the drummer for Polo. He's recently in New York City, and he bought me back this little gift. I'll show you what's in here. I was really stoked. Sometimes people bring me back cigars from places and they're, been given fakes before and stuff like that. But this is from Nat Sherman, 5th Avenue, New York. Nat Sherman Cigars. So I didn't even know Nat Sherman had their own shops there. And then if you look at that, beautifully packaged, and this is bit of a beast of a cigar. It is an Nat Sherman 85th anniversary. So I should do some reading up about this, find out more about it, but that is a fucking beauty. Just a beautiful cigar. I hope you can get a good look at that. Looks like a Maduro wrapper. Just that's gonna, I mean, it smells amazing, really nicely constructed, you know, really looking forward to that. I've never smoked a Nat Sherman cigar before, so I'm really looking forward to that. So, but I just wanted to show you that. But the purpose of this video was to go over cutting, because I've been promising to do lighting and cutting forever, so I want to go over cutting. Because I think people make a fucking meal out of it, you know, they really go, oh, it's got to be this, it's got to be that, but it really doesn't need that to be that hard, so we're going to quickly go over it. Well, not quickly, but it doesn't take long to talk about it. Let's cut this little Quaidorsi. If you know how to pronounce that, please drop it in the comments below and educate me, because I've got no idea. Right, so if you look at, so you got your cigar. Let's go over quickly the construction of a cigar. So you have, a cigar is made of three things: filler, binder, and wrapper. And in short, basically everything inside the cigar. So this is the foot, and this is the head, and they call the curve here the shoulder, and you could call that the shaft if you like, but I'm not gonna. So basically, filler is all the tobacco that's bunched together inside there, and that's basically where all your flavours come from. Then around that they use a leaf called the binder, and that holds it all together. And then the final touch is the wrapper, which is what you see when you pick up a cigar, and that is the complete leaf, which they roll that in, and then it's cut to length and they put a cap on. The cap on Cuban cigars anyway is made from a specific kind of extract from a Canadian tree, almost like Canadian maple, I would imagine, and it's like a natural gum sort of stuff, and they cut a circular thing out there and they glue it on with that stuff. So if you look closely at the shoulder of the cigar, you'll see the lines of the cap, so where the cap sits on. Bush, this is double cap, this one. So the trick is not to cut below the cap. So if I were to take here and cut here, then that holds the wrapper together, and then the wrapper would start unwinding and you're in a fucking mess, right? You're going to have tobacco in your mouth and all this shit. So so the trick is to cut above that. Now, word to the wise, like cut shallow, and then, you know, if you need to take more, you can take more. So here's what I do. Here's my little CIGAR cutter. Actually, fuck it, you know what, I'll use the little Sautter cutter, because this is probably, if you're a beginner, this is probably the kind of cutter you're going to be using. Now, there are different kind of cuts. There's a punch cut, a V cut, and they're great, but just stick with the guillotine for now, because it's easy. You can't really fuck it up. I really hope I don't fuck it up now. So basically, you do this the right way around. All you're going to do, open your cutter, you're going to locate the blade somewhere above the shoulder, nice, and check it's straight, check it's nice and straight, like so, and then a nice quick clean push, and that is it. That's all there is to it. 1 second, the alarm's going off. So that is it. Usually give a little blow, check there's no loose tobacco on there, because there usually will be, and then you can test the draw. So basically draw on the cigar, you'll get a little bit of loose bits like that. Draw on the cigar and test it. If it's too tight, if it's a tight draw, you can take a little more cut, but a cut like that, yeah, it's fine, that'll do. And you can you can actually taste some notes just from that cut alone. But anyway, that's all I wanted to go over. I just wanted to go over cutting in simple terms, you know. So, and then you're left with a nice clean cut. There's the caplet. See that? That's all you're removing. But yeah, that's it. No need to make it more complicated than that. Have a go with that, see how you get on, and we'll do lighting in the next video. Alright, have a good one.